Hi, Sharky. We just wanted to get your thoughts on the Terrell Owens situation. What do you think about all what's going on? Well, I've got a couple of sources, inside the Cowboys locker room that I know, and I think I always think it's a sad day when players get outright cut, and whenever there's those real controversial situations, somebody always gets burned real bad, and it's always you never like to see that, because you always think about, what if that was you? And I mean, the question is, did he put himself in that situation? And my answer would be, somewhat, but not entirely. I mean, there's plenty of other things that happened that weren't his fault. He didn't have the worst game of his career against the Philadelphia Eagles. He wasn't the one that dropped a snap in a 2006 playoff game, and he's not the owner of the team that's, many people have been thinking have been making poor decisions. I'm not an authority on the Cowboys, and I don't claim to be, but, is some of the blame Owens? Yes. Is Owens a loudmouth? Yes. Can he be a pain in the ass? Yes. But is this all his fault? No. And if there was any situation that it was least his fault, it's this. Okay, well, Sharky, where do you think he could end up? There's not that many teams out there that, at this point in the free agency that really pursue a big name player, and that's where the Cowboys really kind of screwed Owens. Heard rumors, he could stay in the NFC East and go to Washington or New York. Those guys always make big acquisitions, and without Plexico Burress, the Giants may go after that, but they said that they're not going to pursue that. So, that is what that is. I think the San Diego Chargers would be a good fit, because, that team already has its leader. That's LaDainian Tomlinson, but they've never had a great wide receiver, and if you had that on the team, that would be one great offense, but I don't really see that happening. I've heard about Denver. Him and Brandon Marshall would be a good fit. There's the Raiders, God forbid he goes there. That's where the careers go to die, but, there's a lot of possible places. Well, what do you think about the possibility of him ending up in Chicago? Now, it's a stretch, but would you be for that? Well, yeah, I would be. For the talent factor, yeah, and, he's not the worst guy in the world, and I don't think anybody has the balls to stand up to Brian Urlacher to take over team control of that team. So I don't see that happening. So, it's not going to happen. It's kind of unfathomable. It won't happen, and it just isn't going to happen. But, would I be against it? No, not really. Yeah. So, anything else you have to say? Like I said, it's always a tough situation when things like this happen. Somebody always has to get burned, and it stinks to be that guy. Hey, thanks, Sharky. Yeah, sure thing.